back with some breaking news coming in. It's a big win against K radicals because Sydney's Khalistan referendum propaganda event has been cancelled by Blacktown City Council, Australia, and after hundreds of complaints about threats by Sikhs For Justice propaganda referendum event proposed in Sydney, the Blacktown City Council has decided to cancel the event, and this propaganda event was scheduled to be organised at Blacktown Leisure Centre Stanhope. However, in new development, this booking is cancelled after security agencies advice. So that's a big call that has been taken as far as the Australian authorities are concerned, and that's the latest development coming in as far as this event is concerned, which has been cancelled. This, of course, after hundreds of complaints about threats by Sikhs For Justice propaganda referendum event proposed in Sydney. The Blacktown City Council decided to cancel the event, roping in Jithat Jay Bhardwaj, who is a founder and editor-in-chief of Australia Today. Mr. Bhardwaj, good morning and thank you for speaking to us. Now, as far as this decision is concerned, it is of course coming in as a big win for us.
It is certainly some sort of win. However, see, this event permission for the venue has been withdrawn. So it's still, we are only halfway through. And that was done by Blacktown City Council on the advice of New South Wales Police. So police understands and the security agencies understand that where this Khalistan propaganda events go on, they go on to violence, they go on anti-Hindu vandalism at temples, they go on for threats towards Hindu persons, Hindu businesses, Hindu temples. So that is the fair understanding in last 4.5, 5 months to Australian authorities. However, the civil authorities like council or the state government, they are still working out how to kind of put it forward in terms of to their constituent, because when the hundreds of emails were sent to council about the terrorist Bindrawali's posters being laid throughout the area in Sydney, council started removing them. Then the retaliation came from the Khalistan supporters that why these posters are being removed by the council officials. So they are trying to make a balance between the two, and face saving for them is that this is not a political decision. This decision has been taken in terms of to keep everyone safe, which is a fair argument. But at some time, Australian government, that is federal government of Australia, Prime Minister, the Home Affairs Minister, she has to come forward and put the whip on the table and say that these kind of propagandas or divisive activities are not acceptable in Australia. And the state governments have to play a very big role. That now one of the spot for this propaganda event has been cancelled. They should not let any other council, there are 40 odd councils in Sydney itself, so they should not allow any other council to give permission for this propaganda meet. So that is the big work ahead of us, is that to advocate, educate, and make them understand how dangerous it is. Another aspect is the security agencies have started looking into the money trail which is coming to these Khalistan supporters. I'm given to understand that the Sikhs For Justice Private Limited, which has been registered in Victoria, is looked into how they are getting their money, who are they connected with. So this is important work. If something they find which can be pinned on them, then I think Khalistan propaganda events will see the end of it in Australia, at least.
Well, of course, Mr. Bhardwaj, as you rightly mentioned, this is just the beginning, and it seems like the world is also recognizing the threat that this propaganda poses, because more than just a challenge to Indian sovereignty, this propaganda also presents a significant threat to Western countries. So we'll keep tracking the story as far as these developments from Australia are concerned.